Good morning, positive people. You got Dana here, and surprising way to start the morning. I have to take the bus. My battery in my car died last night, and I don't have AAA. So my plan for the day is to take the bus to work and get a AAA membership and see about getting a tow to an AutoZone so I can get my battery replaced. Definitely not how I was expecting to start my week, but it is what it is. I will tell you this, I'm gonna get my steps in today, so I'm not too mad about it. And a big part of the reason why I live where I live is because of my proximity to the bus, so not too upset. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. You can never prepare for the things you don't plan for, so it's all good. I'm about to hop on this bus. Till later. I'm not at all sure how well y'all can hear me right now, but there is some social distancing on the bus. You have to like skip seats. I mean, you can't really skip for the seats front to back of you, but you can't sit next to people. And that's the first thing that I noticed when I got on the bus. And there's a big glass partition next to the bus driver. So right now the bus is empty, but I have like 20 stops to go, and there ain't no telling how many people are gonna get on the bus. Then, so as y'all know, because of COVID, I haven't taken the bus. I used to take the bus a lot on the weekends to get into the city for activities with Marley, so this will just be my first time taking the bus to work. So, yeah, let y'all know. Very pretty sunset. I rarely get to catch that on my way home, but pretty. Very pretty. Yeah. All right, y'all. I made it to the bus stop, and now we wait. They say the bus is coming at 5:08, so I should be home about 5:45, which is about 10 minutes later than usual. I really did pick the best night to have this problem. And a cloud in the sky. It's pretty clear. It's not that dark out. Like I've been telling y'all, I think spring's coming early. As you can see, it's still blue outside. I mean, it's definitely getting dark, but it's not pitch black dark like how it's been, so I got that going for me. The plan is when I get home to call AAA. I would call them now, but I don't know how long they're gonna take, so I'd rather just call them when I'm home and then see about doing a battery replacement service with them. And then hopefully there are no other issues with my car, like the starter or the alternator or all the other shit that happens to your car when your car gets older. My car's only 7 years old, has about 75,000 miles on it, so I'm not expecting for it to be anything other than the battery, but you never know. And while I'm saying that, I ain't gonna plant no seeds. So yeah, it's the battery. We need to replace the battery, and that's that on that. I think my bus has finally made it. I can see it pulling up. It's about a minute late, but it's fine. You just lucky, bus driver, that it ain't raining. You lucky. You lucky. Made it onto this empty bus. So I made it on, and now I just gotta sit here and wait for my stop. So I'm gonna listen to some music and enjoy the ride. So my commute for work today cost me $5.50, and my total commute time was, I guess about an hour, so not too bad. It's just a good thing that there's a bus from my house that I don't have to like transfer or do anything weird, man. That's why it's so important. Location. You gotta make sure location's good. Always. Alright, I made it to my destination. And now to walk home. And hopefully AAA don't take forever and a day to get to me. So, yeah. The bus ride was cool. not too much trouble. There was hardly anybody on the bus. I think the most people that were on the bus were like 3 people. And there's a couple fighting, so that's fun. Hopefully they don't knuck on each other in the car, Jesus. Anyway, let me get my butt home and mind my business. Till later. Okay, I don't know if y'all hear that, but she is literally in the car screaming her ass off. I'm uncomfortable, so I'm gonna walk faster. It's like she walked into the car to scream, and now she's back out the car. Lord help us. Battery in my car is 6 years old, and needless to say, it needs replacing. So right now I'm just waiting on the AAA guy to see if he has the battery and can replace it, because I would rather just get it done through AAA and be done with this shit for the night than to have to drive to O'Reilly's or AutoZone to get this handled. So fingers crossed, y'all. It up and it works. Thank you, Jesus. Now it's charging up. Morning, positive people. You got Dana here, and this has been an interesting week because of my car battery dying, but I'm happy to say that I'm back in the car, and yeah, it was probably just time for me to get AAA, and I was definitely due for a new car battery, so all things worked out, and the car is back in working order. So I'm headed to the job site now to get this last work day done before the weekend. It is raining today, not a lot, but it's definitely gray and dreary. So just all things timing wise was great. So just to sum it all up, my car battery stopped working on Wednesday, and I was still sorting out like how I was going to go about, fixing the issue. So I took, got a ride Wednesday, then Thursday I took the bus and got my AAA membership yesterday, and called, or rather, did an online request for battery service, and they came out in less than an hour, which was really good. It helps that I was at home and not on the side of the street. So for me, it was pretty convenient. I was waiting inside the house. Once the guy got there, he tested my battery. He showed me on his little meter that the battery was shot. He was able to jump the battery, which I was incapable of doing myself. I actually bought jumper cables, tried to do it, and the cables ended up melting. So I don't know if maybe, they were just, the cables were put on the wrong, positive and negative or whatever. I still got to figure out how I'm going to go about returning these melted jumper cables. I'm thinking I'm going to try and maybe use my receipt and return them to manufacturer for a defect, then take them back to O'Reilly's, because anyway. So the guy ended up fixing it, and then I bought my battery off them for the convenience factor. It ended up being about $166, and he did put the new battery in, obviously, as you can see. And the battery comes with a 6-year warranty, but you might as well say it's more like a 4-year warranty, because for the first 3 years it's free, or it's a 3-year and then a couple years after conditional, because for the first 3 years they'll just replace your battery if it fails, and then after the 4th year they'll give you half off on a new battery. 5th year they'll give you 25% off on a battery. 6th year they'll give you 10% off on a battery, and at that point you should be expecting to get a new battery anyway. So the discount is cool. If the price of the battery is competitive, then the discount is cool, because this battery that I got from them now is about the same cost as the battery would have been if I had drove to AutoZone or O'Reilly. So the fact that I didn't have to do that, was built into the cost, if you ask me. I just was able to, crank the car. I cranked the car up for 5 minutes, and I went in the house after that. He was able to, take my card, and, I did the transaction right there in front of the car.
Dude was super cool and personable. That's another thing. Like, I'm kind of low-key glad that I got AAA because it was an older guy that came out to help. And my attitude toward a lot of these car repair places is that they hire young people and their attitudes typically stink. Like, if they're not avoiding trying to help you, they're talking to their friends. Like, their friends are in the shop and they're in their bromance and or whatever. I went into O'Reilly's for the jumper cables, and you know, I was prepared to buy a battery, and the guy missed out on the sale simply because he couldn't be bothered to give me any customer service. Like, I went in there like, hey, do y'all have jumper cables? He's like, yeah, in the back. Like, okay. So I got my jumper cables and kept it moving, and the irony is I'm about to figure out, I mean, I need to just look at their return policy and see, because I feel some type of way that the cables like melted a little bit. So that's why I'm trying to return them through the manufacturer, but I probably should just at least try to take them back to O'Reilly's. I've only had them since Wednesday, and yeah, they're trash. So that's that on that. I'm happy to report that I am back in the Fiesta and life is good again. I did an adult thing. I got AAA. So yeah, until later. Peace. Positive.